When I was in Army residency after graduate school for psychology, I had a clinical supervisor tell me that she didn't like my answer to a question that I gave in a seminar earlier that day, and that she thought, with reasonable conviction, that I was just getting by on my looks without really any substance behind them. I started to say thank you, but we all know that was not meant to be a compliment. Instead, the implication was that I didn't have what it takes to do well in my field. I was honestly wrecked. This is what I wanted to do for my life, my calling. I remember crying in her office, afterwards at home, on the way home, all of it. Her words hit really hard as I called it into question all I'd achieved up to that point in my mid-20s. I looked up to this woman. I respected her opinion. And I remember swimming in feelings of self-doubt and self-loathing. I remember these tornadoes of negative thoughts in my head for what seemed like forever. Now, by the time she said this to me, I'd already had 3,000 hours of patient contact. But that awareness wasn't enough to comfort me. Then, one day, I got sick and tired of my negative thoughts and decided I wasn't going to be a victim of her opinion. I started pursuing the truth. I dissected what it was from my past that created the self-limiting beliefs that her words tapped into. I took my inventory, looked at how far I'd come, what I'd objectively achieved, and where I planned to go in my psychology career. After some mental gymnastics, let's just say, I realized she was wrong, that I had plenty of evidence to the contrary, and I turned all of my butthurt feelings into determination. Now, that situation could have gone either way for me. I could have decided she was right and given up my psychology career right then and there. And I wouldn't be a published author, hosting my own podcast, helping thousands of people in my lifetime, or even talking to you right now. Fortunately, I'm stubborn as hell, so I dug deep into my conviction about who God created me to be and cultivated enough distance between my beliefs and her thoughts that I was able to say to her in my mind, hold my beer. It's all about perspective. When life hands you lemons, you have the opportunity to be a victim or a survivor. Victims die, survivors live. The choice is yours. If negative thoughts get in your way too, head over to the psychoeducationacademy.com for help. I have a course there that unpacks everything that I just talked about and all the lessons I learned in the process. And you can walk through that course and learn to dispute your own negative thoughts and overcome those self-limiting beliefs that limit you and keep you from being the best version of yourself you can possibly be.